Okay, welcome everyone to our first day of the From Heal to Whole. No more relapse. Are you team Monday or are you team Wednesday? So this is the kickoff to From Heal to Whole. Okay, so it is from What's Your I Can in my book, Realize Your I Can in Purpose, Business, and Family. We're taking snippets of those of my book, of different passages or excerpts, and we are creating a topic. We're creating a thought. We're creating a movement. We're creating a place where you can live in your I can, reclaim your life in a manner that is conducive to who God has called you to be. So I'm excited. I am so happy to be able to fill this space with you guys and to share this particular thought over the next 30 minutes. Okay. So this is not going to be a long drawn out topic or a dialogue. It is a dialogue. It is not just a monologue. So what's going to happen is I am going to, share, and you're going to share your experiences. You're going to share those moments, those places, those times, that you have moved when you were in your place of healing, that you had a relapse, when you were moved from healed to whole. So you were in the place of healing, but you're trying to progress. You're trying to elevate into a place of wholeness. Okay. And what is wholeness? Being able to, think about a situation that has brought you hurt, pain, trauma, stress. And instead of allowing your emotions to say, I am who that situation defined me as, you say, no, I am not that. That was an experience, but that's not who I am. My Lord, today, you guys going to have to forgive me for a little, because when I feel God speaking, when I feel the power of God, I know that he's releasing something that is exactly what we are in need of today, especially the single mothers, BIPOC single mom community. But this is a message. This is a topic. This is a thought for every person who will be tuning in, who will be joining the live, or who will be catching the replay. Okay. Navigating, moving from heal to whole. No more relapse. Just go ahead real quick, as Facebook is doing its thing, populating this live to those that are near and far. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know in what way in your life have you experienced a relapse. So let me give you a definition of what a relapse is. A relapse is when you move away from your goal. That is so simple, right? No matter if we oftentimes think about relapses, we think about people who are on drugs or alcohol, and they are trying to better their lives and move from that way of substance abuse to a healthier living mindset, a healthier living space, reclaiming their life. But guess what? It is not only for those who have been on any type of alcohol or drug abuse. It's anybody who's been experiencing. You could relapse in your finances. You could relapse in your own way of thinking, your own way of living. You're progressing. You could have a relapse in working out. Okay, eating healthy, making sure that your body is taking in the proper nutrients, and you're drinking a lot of water and all those things. Relapsing, going back to your former state before you were healed, while you were healing. So we want to move from healed. You're no longer drinking. You're no longer alcoholic. You're no longer, criticizing yourself. You're no longer allowing abuse to happen in your life. You are in that place of healing, but there is a trigger that can happen that will cause you to relapse. It will cause you to go back. It will cause you to revert. So as you are in this place of healed, you are healed, but there is a trigger. There is something that's hovering over you that says, you know what, any moment, any day, I'm right there. If this happens, you will relapse. A relapse moves you away from your goal, no matter what the substance. I am reading some notes here because I want to make sure that we are understanding and we're getting this so we can all be on the same page, of the same mind, so that we can flow through this together. Have you experienced a relapse in your life? personally or professionally? What did it look like? What caused you to go back to that? I would never be this person again. What caused you to fall? What caused you to give up? What caused you to revert? What caused you to, turn away and stop moving on that road to better, to that road to greater, that road to a life of more abundance, that life of reclaiming your life to a better way of living? What caused you to stumble? I'm telling y'all, we are real talk here. I'm a real person. I understand real life, and I want to give real answers and solutions, and we could talk about real situations that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Any day now, it's a mindset. Any day I can have a relapse. But what keeps me from relapsing is my mind. I have to think, is today going to be the day that I'm going to continue to pursue no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles, no matter who says what, no matter what challenges I'm faced with? Or is today going to be the day that this is the day? This is it. This is my breaking point. So we have to make those choices. We have that right to make a choice. We have that right. We have that right to put into place, like, these are the questions I'm going to ask myself when I'm faced with this situation that wants me to have a relapse, that wants me to give up on my goals. I'm so close. But what is it that will cause you to say, you know what, this is not even worth it? We all have those moments. We all have those times. We all have those decision-making moments of saying, am I going to allow this to be my moment of giving up everything I've worked hard for? Everything, every goal that I've already obtained, every place of hurt I've been healed from, every place of misunderstanding that I've been, healed from, every place of feeling as if I didn't belong, or I'm not one I've been healed from. I'm in my place of healing. I'm healed from that. I've grown from that. But now I'm moving towards my place of wholeness, so that when this trigger happens, that I won't relapse, because I'm in that place of mind, body, and soul being healed, being whole, operating from a place of wholeness, operating from a place of, okay, I am free. Those things no longer, it's just like I was telling my son the other day, he hurt his leg playing football. And so he continuously to practice every day. He would show up for the games and still play the games. But every time that, he does those things, he get hit, he get hurt. And so it causes even more bruise on top of bruise on top of bruise. So now he's been resting his leg, icing his leg. His leg is now on the outside of it. It's healed, but there is still some tender places on the inside. It's healed on the outside. My Lord, you are healed. You are healed. But there is still some tender places that needs to be made whole. That needs to be, okay, yeah, that stings a little bit. Yeah, that's still, I'm healed from that, because I'm no longer involved in what I used to do. I'm no longer involved in those type of behaviors. I'm no longer doing those things, but it's still some tender places there. It's still, I can't talk about it. I can't be around that situation. I can't be, involved, even though I'm healed, but I can't be in that place because it's still tender. I'm still not completely healed. He has not been completely healed from it. There has been a process that he has to go through. And I had to tell him, okay, the more that you continue to play on it, the more that you continue to, run and do these strenuous, activities that's involved in playing football, getting hit and whatever the case may be in the leg, it's going to continue to bruise. It's going to continue to bruise. It's going to continue to hurt. It's no longer hurt to the touch. Some of you are no longer hurting to the touch. But when you somebody step on it the right way, if he step on it, it still hurts on the inside, because it's not completely in that state of wholeness to where he can operate fully the way he desired to operate. So you're not in that place of wholeness to where you can operate fully the way you desire to operate, because if you step the wrong way, if somebody cross you the wrong way, although, as they say in the church, if you're a Christian and believers, listen, look, I'm saved. Thank God for salvation. But don't cross me, because I'm not yet delivered from whatever atmosphere you were used to be in, whatever, and you still have some more wholeness to embrace. You still have some more wholeness to grow into. Okay, so what is that thing? I want you to put that thing in front of you that, if somebody say this to me, that's it. If this happens to me, that's it. If this situation occurs, that's it, because you're in a place of healed. But we want to move you to wholeness. I ask a lot of questions because I want you to think. I want you to, take a look inside yourself to see where you are. Take a look inside yourself to see what your life is consistent of right now. And then put a plan of a protection around you. Like, listen, I do need to stay away from these places. I do need to make sure that, hey, I'm not healed yet. So what are some things that you can do to ensure that you are moving from healed to whole with no more relapse? You've relapsed one too many times. Man, I got to start over again. But guess what? You don't revert back to that way of thinking, that way of living. But you still have some, like, man, I failed. I made that mistake. I gave in and I did this, but I'm not that anymore. Although I did do this, but I'm not that. There's a difference between someone that is a doer, that's your lifestyle, and someone that just make a mistake, someone just fall, have a moment of relapse, have a moment of weakness, have a moment of vulnerability, and that's not who you are. So what happens is, when you make that mistake, you get up again and you keep moving forward. Say, that's not who I am. Yes, I fell down. Yes, I hit my head. Yes, I have made so much, progress, but still, that's not who I am. I'm going to pick myself up from this healed place. You are healed. I want to reiterate that in your life, in your hearing on this evening. You are healed. You are healed. You are. Okay? So let's pick yourself up from that healed place and continue to move towards your journey of wholeness. We would not be going back into a place of relapse. What happens is, when you go back to a place of thinking like, oh, I'm no longer, man, I made that mistake. And then there comes all these other types of, words and people and old things start to flood you again, so that you can stay in that place of feeling as if you are not healed. And that's what causes a relapse. It's now opening yourself. So surround yourself with people. I did this. I made this mistake. I listened to this, and now you don't have to go back. You can pivot. You can leverage your healed place and continue to move on to your whole place, to your place of wholeness, to your place of, my emotions are not dictating to me how I should respond. My emotions are there because something is happening. It's a warning sign. It's a hedge of protection that is putting up before me, so that I can know that something is not right. Something is happening in my atmosphere. Something is happening within me that is not right. I don't like this. I don't, but it does not tell you, it does not dictate to you how you should respond. You don't respond. You just use it as a gauge. Use your emotions as a gauge. Use your emotions as a doorkeeper, as that red tape, as your guard, to say, okay, I recognize this. This is something that happened. This is the way I'm feeling then. Now I'm going to use it to say, all right, this is what's trying to creep in, but I know how to deal with that. I know how to fight against that. I have some things in place, a process in place, a team of people in place, accountability partners in place. I'm moving, having in your mind, I can do this. I can overcome this. I can achieve this. What's your I can feel this, but don't allow this feeling to make me relapse. But using it as a leverage, as a bridge. All right, this is what's going to happen. This is what's trying to take place. So now let me see, how do I navigate this place? How do I successfully? I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling as vulnerable. I'm feeling like I can't make it. So what can I do to navigate this place? How I'm feeling, so that I can continue to move towards my goal, to that place of wholeness, to where these things come in my life, but I no longer feel the guilt. I no longer feel the shame. I no longer feel as if I'm rejected. I no longer feel as if I'm incapable. I'm in this wholeness to where I can recognize these places in someone else. So this is how you know you're whole, when you are able to reach and help someone else. When you're able to recognize these places in someone else and pull them through, give them the tools and the resources necessary that they are in need of to make it from their place of healed. They may be healed too, but they may not be whole. But now when you're in this whole place, your mind, body, and your soul is one. You're learning how to use all of this to help you to maintain and to grow, maintain and to mature, maintain and to elevate. Okay, so you want to use these places as your tools, as your resources, as your reference points, so that you can be able to pivot and move forward the way you desire to move forward. Am I helping anybody? Who's here with me? Am I helping you? Is this speaking to where you are in your life, trying to navigate and move from no more relapse? Okay, to that place of consistency, consistent living, consistent, moving forward, consistent. In holistically, when you're dealing with your emotions, there are, your de-energizing emotions, then there are your neutralizing emotions. And you want to be in that positive state of emotions. But when you cannot move forward, don't move backwards. Be still. Stand still in this place of healing. Stand still. This is how you do not relapse. No more relapse. No more going back. No more going back into a place that can seriously hurt you. Because sometimes when we relapse, we go back, and we go back a little bit farther to a place that is detrimental to us, that will kill us, that will destroy our purpose, that will destroy our future, that will destroy what we have already built. And we will feel ourselves more unworthy than before. We would pack on even 10 times more than where we started from the first place. So this is what relapse does to a person when they are, because one, now they're trying to not only cover up their guilt, because they don't realize they made that mistake. Now they're feeling a lot of emotions. They are feeling different. Now they're embarrassed. Now they are feeling as if they have let people down, and they're feeling as if people are looking at them weird and want nothing. They have a lot of emotions that flood their life. Negatively. And so it opens up to even more. So relapse opens you up to 10 times more or 7 times more than where you started from in the first place. You was drinking, and you was alcoholic, and you was this and that. You were, accuser of your own self. You felt guilty. You were promiscuous and all these things. But now that you have relapsed, it takes you back into a place. I was just a promiscuous person, but I wasn't drinking and doing drugs. See, so relapses take you farther than you want to go, farther than you started. So we don't want a relapse place in our life, because it takes you farther. And now you feel like you're so deep that you're too far away in this ocean that you're going to drown. There is no way that you can reach that shore. You can see the shore, but there is no way. And you say, I might as well just die here. I might as well just get eaten by the sharks. I might as well just go ahead and drown. And not seeing that helicopter that is coming to help pull you back through. That helicopter that is there to help rescue you. That helicopter that is there to help save you. We don't see those things because we are now feeling 10 times more guilty than we started. So this is what relapsing does. This is why no more relapse. No more relapse. Only pivoting, only leveraging. You can have that thought, have that feeling. It's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. But be still. If you can't move forward, don't move backward. Stand still. Stand still. Think on these things whatsoever are good or lovely, of a good report. Stand still. Stand still. Feel that moment. Feel the emotions, feel the hurt, feel the pain of it, and allow it to say, oh, but I remember how it felt when I was on the other side of healed. I was behind healed. I had not even been healed. I'm on the other side, and I definitely don't want to be there. So stand still, and but I do want to be here. I see the life of luxury. I see my life being reclaimed. I see myself walking in victory. I see myself walking in wholeness. I see myself walking in more than. I see myself walking in a place of prosperity. So if you cannot move forward, stand still. Look back where you came. Look at what you came from and say, I definitely don't want that life. I know that person. I don't like that person. I didn't like the way they behaved. I did not like the way she responded. I did not like the people that she surrounded herself with. I didn't like the atmosphere that she was in. So I'm definitely not going back to that. Stand still. Stand still. Wait. Stand still. Because I promise you, if you give yourself a moment to stand still, you'll be able to speak into your future, and your future self will be able to reach back. Your champion in you will be able to come forth. You have a champion in you that will be able to come forth and give you a helping hand to say, I got you. I have you from this point on. I have you. I'm not going to allow you to move back to that place. Your inner self, that little girl, that little boy, that inner child, that dreamed of a life of unicorns, rainbows, and Skittles, they will come forth. They will raise up. They will rise up. Your inner self, your champion in you will raise up and say, I have you. I got you during this time that you can't carry yourself. I'm going to carry you. And if you know God, and if you love God, and if you're filled with his power, he says that I will be that bridge over troubled water. The Holy Spirit will lead and guide you. The Holy Spirit will carry you. There is this poem that talks about when you're this person walking on the sand, and all the troubles that he's been through, all the troubles that they've experienced. And they wonder, where was Christ during all of this? He looked down and he only saw one set of footprint. But then Christ said that footprint that you see, those footprints, yeah, that was me carrying you through these things. That was me holding you up. That was me taking the pain. That was me taking the blows. That was me being for you. That was me shielding and protecting you. So this is what happens when you stand still. You allow your inner champion to raise up and fight for you. No more relapse. We are moving from healed to whole. No more relapse. What's your I can in this very moment? What is it I can in this very, what is it speaking to you? What is it saying to you? What does it sound like? What is he speaking in your hearing? You may be in this moment of feeling as if I'm about 5 seconds from slapping somebody. No more relapse. You're not going back to who you used to be, because if you go back, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go back to who you used to be, but then there are going to be a floodgates of more doors that you did not want to walk in. And at least when you were in that state before the heal, you had some control, you had some sense, you weren't doing a lot of the things like, man, you had boundaries. You said, I won't do that. Oh, I'm gonna do this, but this is what I won't do. But guess what? When you relapse, because now you have a flood of guilt, you have a lot of more pressure and weight that you placed on yourself. Who's gonna love me? Who's gonna want me? They're gonna think that I'm gonna mess up all the way around. You got all these different thoughts flooding in your mind, and now it takes you to that place to where you say, I won't do that. Then you're going to find yourself doing that. And that's going to be detrimental to you. And that's what we don't want. We want you to stand still in your place of healed. And then you will be able to, when your champion reaches down or raises up inside of you, you will allow your champion to win, and your champion will win for you. He will show up, she will show up, and she will begin to fight for you. He will begin to fight for you. Holy Spirit will begin to fight for you, and you will win. You will find yourself moving from healed to whole. This is amazing to me. I know that this is blessing me, and I pray that I hope that this is blessing you. I hope that you have been, leaving some comments down there below. I can't see anyone if you guys are commenting, but I will be able to go back and I will be able to read your comments. This is a dialogue. This is not a monologue. This is just not me talking. This is us engaging in a meaningful conversation so that we can break those lies, those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that's telling us who we are and when we are not, that's trying to make us relapse. But we're declaring and we're decreeing today that no more relapse. Okay? No more relapse. We're moving from healed to whole, and we are going to stay there. We're moving from healed to whole, and and not only wholeness, that's the highest level. When you're a whole, that means you are a whole person. You think on a level of high performance. You think on a level where you're optimistic. You think on the level where goodness and mercy follows you, and you see favor and you see life and it's full of bliss. Even if you are having a worst day of your life, you will be able to see, oh, this is what's happening for this, because I know where I'm trying to get to. So I know that this is coming to help me maneuver my way and prepare me for what I'm trying to get to. See, that's what moving in wholeness looks like. Listen, that's what moving in wholeness looks like. You can look at a situation, you can discern the situation, and you can say, this situation is for my good. That's wholeness. And that's what we want. That's what we want for our life. That's what we want for our business. That's what we want as a single mother. That's what we want as a single parent. That's what we want as an individual. No matter where you are in your life, no matter who you are in your life, no matter what's going on, you want to be in a place to where you are whole. In a place you are not only just healed, but whole. When you walk on that thing, you won't feel the pain anymore. You know you healed, because if they touch, it ain't bothering you. But when you walk on that, that's a different place. That's a different area. That's a different, walking on it is something you're moving. You have to move. You're moving. You're experiencing. You are moving from healed to whole. So when you're walking in that, navigating, oh, it's bruised, because I remember this is stirring back up in me. When somebody used to talk bad about me because I did not understand fully how to properly handle this particular business or this particular motherhood space, or whatever the case may be, where you're walking, because you're walking into your place of wholeness. So therefore you're going to start experiencing and feeling the inside that is bruised. You're going to be in contact with people that reminds you of yesteryear. You're going to be in contact with situations that's going to remind you of something familiar. That means you are walking. That means, oh, I feel that, oh, that hurt. But it does not mean that you are not healed. That does not mean you are not healed. Y'all, this is blessing me. This is blessing me. So what we're going to do is end this here. And if you're Team Monday, just go ahead and type in the comments, Team Monday, 1 p.m. And if you are Team Wednesday, we'll see who shows up on Wednesday. All right. So let me know you're a Team Wednesday. So just type on, go ahead and just put it up in the chat, Team Monday here, so I can know who all is coming. And I know that you guys are getting fed, that we are having a dialogue. Leave me those comments. Leave me those questions. Leave me, a response. Just fill this chat with so much positive, so much, man, that's me. If this is you too, say that's me. But also just say I can. Listen, we want you to move from healed to whole, right? That's what this is about. No more relapse. This is your girl, Kristy Angelee. I am the successful Titan single mom. I am known for empowering BIPOC single moms to reclaim their life of abundance. You guys have a wonderfully blessed evening, okay? And remember, no more relapse.